Welcome back. It's another part of Higurashi when they cry. So, I think it's about time that we learn things which we really shouldn't know. And that touchpad, so that just move that. To be even none the wiser, or to seek an answer I may regret. Which one would I be happier with? Well, you know the saying, ignorance is bliss. Maybe it'll be me next time, but you'll be happier until it happens, let's be honest. My execution could only be delayed for 1 year. That was when I remembered. Rena said she may be the next victim of a curse.
竜宮レナさんがですか？去年転校されてきた前原さんのクラスメートですよね。
Yes, she is, because everyone in this city or town is my classmate.
女の子には刺激の強い事件ばかりです。
I don't think she'd be the type to be worried about that. Also, she was creepy before.
怖がるのも無理ないんじゃないでしょうかね。
I don't know. It wasn't that. She said it might be her next. She said it in a way that made me think she had a concrete reason behind it.
もっと確信じみたものだったように思います。なんていうのか、その。
You could say she was frightened. Her sudden change in demeanor. Someone who looked like Rena. Couldn't possibly be Rena. No. That's definitely not Rena. No. That might be unrelated. All the strange things that I felt from Rena today came back to me.
そうですか。では、こちらでも少し調べてみます。前原さんも少し竜宮さんの様子に注意してあげてください。
それはレナを見張れってことですか？
そんな意味ではありませんよ、前原さん。
That's exactly what you mean.
お友達が次の被害者にならないよう少し気にしてあげてほしいということです。
At that moment, just my mouth was agape because I was so impressed with his mature, clever way with words. What have you got about adults and all? Maybara, whatever your name is, Keiichi. Knock knock. A sudden knock at the door sent my heart racing. In an instant, I had pointlessly covered up the end of the receiver.
Keiichi! ちょっとここを開けてくれ!
On the other side of the door, I heard my father's oddly upbeat voice. What could it be? It's so late.
すみません、親父が来ました。
Maybe it's because it's so late you should hurry up and get off the phone?
今夜はこれくらいでいいですか？
ええ、夜分遅くに本当に申し訳ありませんでしたね。何か分かりましたら教えてください。こちらも進展がありましたらご報告しますよ。では失礼します。
圭一、早く開けてくれ。父さん、両手が塞がってるんだ。
Does he want your help with, like, painting for some reason? What is Dad doing? I had stayed in the same position while on the phone the whole time, so my joints were aching. When I opened the door, I saw my father was standing there with a tray. On that tray, cookies and 2 cups of black tea. Fairly fancy spread for our household. There were even There was even sugar and lemon slices on the side. Everything you could ask for. This is quite the show of hospitality.
何父さん。それ何のつもりだよ。
もうはぐらかすなよ圭一。入るぞ。
Okay. Dad was in high spirits and had a smirk on his face. But my entire life, I've never seen him act this hospitable. What had gotten into him?
で、何の話をしてたんだ？
Why are you so upbeat about that, maybe? I jumped. It's not something I had to keep from my father. But how could I explain to him that I was talking to a detective? I'm assuming he was. That's a good point. Is he a detective? Is he really a detective? I mean, okay, fair, we've got the tips, we know he's almost definitely a detective, but still... This late at night.
別に何も。友達だよ。
You know, just talking about murder and all, and disappearances. Things
電
friends
話の
do.
話じゃなくて来てたんだろう今。レナちゃんが。
Oh yay, creepy music. Huh?
来てないよ。
もうごまかさなくたっていいぞ。さっきレナちゃんが遊びに来てたじゃないか。
Wink wink.
だいぶ話し込んでるみたいだったからお茶でもって思ったらすれ違いだったんだよ。
Huh. I had no idea what Dad was talking about. Actually, wait, what did he say exactly? You two were chatting away, so I thought I'd bring some tea, but it looks like I just missed her. Okay. I had no idea what he was talking about, but a cold sweat dripped down my back.
どのくらい話し込んでたかな。
レナちゃんが2階に上がったのが半くらいだったから小1時間くらいかな。
Wow, I don't remember the phone call being that long.
2階に上がったの父さん見たの？
And also, she probably heard that entire conversation, didn't she?
ああ見たよ。
That
圭
doesn't
一の
sound
部屋
good.
は階段を上がって奥の扉だよって声もかけた。
So I mean, unless she got stuck in like another room and didn't somehow find his room with him talking in it and then just disappeared, she probably heard everything. Ona came to my house about an hour ago. Dad met her at the door and called out to me on the second floor. Wait, then where is she now? I probably didn't hear him because I was so focused on my conversation with Oishi-san. I didn't reply, but I knew he was. But he knew I was in my room, so he had her come inside. Then told her my room was on the second floor. She thanked my dad and went upstairs. Then about an hour passed. She passed my dad just as he was bringing up tea and left. Don't think she did, since he didn't realize she wasn't there. Wait. I even reread that, so I'm pretty sure he said, I guess I missed her? But it looks like I just missed her. I don't think she did see it passing. She came upstairs and about an hour passed. Then passed my dad and returned home. But then, after she came upstairs, and until she left, where was Rena? There's only a short hallway between my room and the stairs, meaning Rena had, for about an hour, in the hall. No, she couldn't have been standing in front of my door all that time. No, she was probably, like, kneeling against your door. The door to my room wasn't particularly thick. You could easily hear everything being said inside. All of the unsettling and unguarded things I spoke to Oishi-san about began rushing through my head.
お父さん、あまりからかっちゃダメよ。
That's not what he's thinking. He's worried.
それよりアトリエを片付けて。またこぼすわよ。
Mum yelled up at Dad from downstairs. Dad left the tray with me and went downstairs with a disappointed chortle. I followed my dad out of the room with my eyes. I looked down at the floor around the doorway where Rena might have stood all that time. Just now, as I was talking to Oishi-san, with my back turned, Rena was standing a mere 6 feet away the whole time. Eeeeee, creepy. Much? At that time, in the dimly lit doorway, what did she see? What did she hear? For what reason? As the steam from the 2 teacups ominously wafted and twisted, the aroma of black tea filled my room. So, yeah, creepy. Okay. Notice from the police chief. Ooh. Liar. Just got the achievement lies. That's what that was. Anyway. That was creepy. July 1st, 1982. To departments 1 through 12. Yeah, I say that because I'm pretty sure you can't see the achievements when they pop up. I think. I don't think it came up last time, so I'm pretty sure it won't come up this time. Anyway, departments 1 through 12. XX Prefectural Police Headquarters. Director General redacted. To the Chief Constable and all the facility managers. Regarding cases situated in the Hinamizawa village, notice. As cases in Shishibona City, Hinamizawa village have been reported by certain sections of mass media. It is drawing global attention, which is causing serious repercussions for local residents. This has become a very serious situation, not a very situation. To protect the livelihood and prosperity of the residents, the following notice has been issued. 1. Designate the following criminal investigations as classified. Okiniya Station 1982, Case Number X. Hinamizawa Village Housewife Murder, dated June, redacted. Okiniya Station 1982, Case Number X. Hinamizawa Village Student Disappearance, dated June, redacted. 2. Non-disclosure of information. Okiniya Station 1979, Case Number X. Hinamizawa Village Site Foreman Murder, dated June, XX. Shira Station 1980, Case Number X. Shira Natural Park Falling Incident. Wait. What was it? Shira Station, so that's probably the what? Those are the same year, right? Oh, okay, no, that's one thing. Right. Okiniya Station 1981, Case Number X. Hinamizawa Village Center Pre-Derived Disappearance. Requesting self-restraint from each organization concerning the release of sensitive information. Please see attached reference materials 1, 2, and 3. Management, XX Prefecture Police Headquarters. Internal line, redacted. Police Affairs Department, redacted. Lots of redacteds. Or probably just author being lazy. And not wanting to have to come up with names. I know I wouldn't. I probably should have saved there. Oh well. Just put a cut in, but yeah. I guess I'll just save at the end. Weariness and a headache. Not a very nice way to start the day. No. Eat breakfast.
どうしたの?
Then you'll be less weary. Yeah.
ケイチ、 今朝は顔色悪いわよ。昨夜は何時に寝たの？
Like, no, not. It seemed that my mom had noticed my silent state. Yesterday, I kept on waking up in the middle of the night. Without a doubt, I felt a presence. I felt the presence of someone standing in front of my door. I told myself repeatedly that it was my imagination, and forced myself to try to sleep. Except, not being able to stand it, I gathered up my courage and opened the door. Of course, there wasn't anyone there. This music doesn't fit, I find. I think I did this 3 times throughout the night. Or maybe I just didn't remember doing it any more than that. Even though I was able to get to the breakfast table without incident, I still didn't feel at ease.
風邪かもしれない。なんだか食欲ないんだ。
あら、ちょっと熱あるんじゃない？
So, it's probably not a cold.
どうする？学校行ける？
It's probably more like stress. Technically, I did go to a school, but it was mostly self-study. And phys ed. It wouldn't... That was self-study though too, isn't it? Never mind. It wouldn't matter much if I missed a day, would it? It could have been that I hadn't been feeling well for the last few days, because I really did have a cold. If I took some medicine and got a good day's rest, I might be able to greet everyone with a smile tomorrow. Startled, I looked back and forth, between the entrance and the clock. It was 10 minutes later than when I usually met up with Reno. It was Reno. I wonder what the best course of action would be. To actually go or not go.
レナちゃん迎えに来ちゃったけど、どうする？お休みする？
Rena was a good girl. Is she though? She can be quite creepy. She might be somewhat quirky and creepy, but she was certainly cute. That makes things alright. Don't worry guys, she might be a mass murderer, but she's cute. I'm sure nothing wrong will ever happen. The lunches she made were delicious and she always looked out for me. Yep. I was going to say something about that, but I would just keep saying it pretty much for everything which he says. Why should I be scared of something like that? I don't know, I could think of 100 reasons. It wasn't Rena's fault. It was probably mine. I mean, yeah. Definitely. It had to have been my cold. No, it was your fault. It just had to be.
休む。ごめん。
じゃあ、母さんが断ってきてあげるわね。
Mum headed off to the door. I would have to pass by the entrance to get back to my room. I didn't have the nerve to meet with Rena, so I wrapped myself in a blanket on the sofa and closed my eyes. I was so sleep deprived, I quickly fell into a deep slumber. Oh. I'd only intended to lie down for a bit, but it was almost noon when I woke up. I called out to my parents, but they didn't seem to be around. On the table I found lunch prepared and a note. Mum and Dad had apparently driven off to somewhere far away. It likely had to do with Dad's work. This happened every so often, but it wasn't that unusual. They would be back for dinner, but might be a bit late. On the note it said, "The insurance card is in the cabinet. Take it and go to the hospital." There was also a well-drawn map to the hospital. That's right. I hadn't been there before, so I didn't know exactly where it was. Okay. I had a light lunch, although it really was just leftovers from the morning, and just in case, went to the hospital. Normally I'd never be here in the middle of a weekday, Just walking around like this had me feeling guilty. It was an odd feeling. I know exactly what it means. I can remember, like, even days off, like, everyone had the day off. It still felt weird and guilty. Following my mum's map, I took a road I usually never used. And it seems like most people never use. After walking for a bit, the hospital sign came into view. Iri or Iri Clinic was written rather stylishly on the sign. The clinic wasn't very big, but based on the scale of the rest of the Hinamizawa, it was far too grand. There was a parking lot, and even a reserved spot for buses. They must be making a mint. I mean, every year they get a murder. I guess if they're dead, they don't really go to a hospital or a clinic. They kind of just go to the morgue. Yeah, I have no idea how they're making their money. I spaced out in the air-conditioned waiting room until it was my turn to be seen.
前原さん、診察室へどうぞ。
Actually, if it's a village, it's probably like aging population as well. Yeah, hospital could probably be well off if it's mostly old patients stuff. After half-heartedly answering all the chatty doctor's questions, he responded with the old, "It's probably a cold." They gave me a shot and 3 days' worth of medicine. I thought I was a little overboard, but if it would clear away the gloomy feeling I had been having lately, then it was worth it. The cold's not the reason for that, I can guarantee. I settled the bill and took a quick trip to the washroom. As I was leaving, I overheard a conversation between some elderly people who seemed to be regulars at the clinic. Of course, I had no intention of eavesdropping. You just happened to, yes. If it just wasn't for that word.
やっぱり鬼隠しかいね。
The name of the game.
どうかね。まだまだ若い子だけや。駆け落ちかもしられへん。どこの誰とよ。季節のたびに東京門が来ちょったろ。
So yeah, they don't know about Tomitake-san.
でっけえカメラ持った若者が。
How he's dead and all of that.
あれと仲が良きゃったって話。知られへんの？
Were they talking about Tomitake-san? Yes. I could feel my ears perking up. I mean, it's very much a rhetorical question, right?
そら知らんけど、でも普通駆け落ちっても仁義あるだろう。書き置きとか辞表とか書かんかいね。
すったらん書かんから駆け落ち言うんね。
I mean, it would still be an elopement if they did leave a message, right?
わきゃ看護師さんの顔見られんようなるんは寂しいね。
Oh, she was a nurse. Okay. They probably mentioned that at some point, maybe. Yeah, I think it was in the night.
高野さんはしっかり者よ。どこへ行ってもやっていけろん。
Provided she's alive. So her name was Takano-san. That woman was Tomitake-san. And she worked at this clinic? Are you sure someone's shadow was following me everywhere I went? I started listening more closely, but they began talking about fishing. It didn't seem like they were going to revisit the topic. I gave up and left. Thus, even though I was separated from the daily monotony of school, I wasn't able to escape from Oyashiro-sama's shadow. But of course, Oyashiro-sama was the guardian deity of this place. Not the garden deity. Of Hinamizawa. As long as I was in Hinamizawa, I wouldn't be able to escape. Maybe it was because I was walking outside, but my appetite had suddenly returned. I might as well buy a snack with the change from the examination fee on the way home. Didn't your, family make you a lunch? Oh no, yeah, never mind. You already had that. Fair enough. Contemplating that, I turned onto a familiar street. Ah yes. At that moment, I heard a car horn abruptly honk behind me. I think I'm tired. I'm doing worse than normal. Was I really walking so far into the middle of the road where I'd be in a car's way? I moved farther off to the side, but the horn was still honking at me. I turned around, peeved.
Maebara-san!
Yay, hello you.
Konnichiwa.
It was Oishi-san. He stepped out of his car, AC on full blast, and waved at me.
今日はどうしたんです？学校はお休みですか？
You know, just being sick and all.
ちょっと体調悪かったんで、今日は休みました。お昼を買って帰ろうとしてたところです。
そりゃよかった。実は私、お昼に行こうとしてたんですよ。よかったらご一緒にいかがです？
You probably should mind.
ああ、お体に触るようでしたら構いませんよ。
Yeah, it's probably best to ignore him, no. I was just going to lie down after going home anyway. They didn't really have a cold.
地元の食堂だと嫌でしょう。町まで行きましょう。ちょっと走りますがよろしいですかな？私、おいしいお店知ってるんですよ。
Okay. I'd finally begun to understand Oishi-san's roundabout way of saying things. There's not really much to understand. It's along the lines of, do you have information? And I will make you learn things which you don't really want to know? Pretty much. He probably wanted to talk to me about stuff that would be difficult to discuss while in Hinamizawa. I mean, that's his every conversation. Yes, just get in a stranger's car and ride with him to a good place. I went with Oishi-san, riding in his frigid car. It was almost as if the bright sunlight outside was a lie.
ゆうべは遅くまですみませんでしたね。
You're not sorry. Rena, you should probably mention that Rena probably heard you. That would probably be a good thing to do, if you are talking to him.
ご家族に怒られませんでしたか？
You honestly should mention Rena. I recalled Rena, who'd been listening to the phone conversation all that time, separated from me by just the door. Even now, the brightness of the sunlight, the thought still creeped me out. Are you going to mention it? Or are you just going to think it? With the big bump that jolted the car, the road connecting to the city changed from dirt to pavement. My head swiveled back with a sudden realization. That's right. This is where Tomitake-san died.
富武さんの捜査は暗礁に乗り上げています。
Can you read minds or something? Oishi-san spoke while peering at me from the corner of his eye.
自分の爪で喉をかき破るという異常さから幻覚作用のある何らかの薬物によるものだと信じているのですが、こういう症状、それも急激に引き起こす薬物はなかなかないらしいんです。
Yeah, it's gruesome.
もちろん検視解剖もそれを念頭に置いて十分に行ったのですが、手がかりはやはりありませんでした。
漫画なんかによくあるじゃないですか。
Except he said manga.
体内に取り込まれると分解したりして証拠が何も残らないなんて、そんな薬。
I mean, that doesn't sound right. Surely even if you're eating it, for example, you'd leave some traces in your mouth, maybe. But also, like, metabolizing things after you're dead doesn't really... Yeah. Don't tend to metabolize much. You tend to, like, have a common tense stomach still there.
演歌作詞何でしたっけ。まあ、結構あります。でもですね、富武さんのような症状を引き起こす薬物にはそういうものはないそうなんですよ。
And if it's in your stomach, then there's traces of it.
じゃあ警察は富武さんはたたりで死んだってそう言うんですか。
Although, yes, like the only thing which I can think of which doesn't leave a trace at all would be like an ice bullet or like an ice sword or spike thing. It just leaves a puddle of water. That could leave traces of you in it though, if like it digs into your hand or something. Anyway, just ignore my murder, my weapon talk, la-di-da-di-da. I couldn't help but feel the police were worthless. I just wanted the idea of a curse to be dissociated from Tomitake-san's mysterious death.
悔しいですが、今のところは。
Yes, that's right. It wasn't a curse, it was just... mysterious. Yeah. Very convincing.
ですが、死因はともかく、死ぬ前に何人かの人間に囲まれて暴行を受けたことだけは間違いありません。たたりでなく、人間が事件に関わっているのは疑いようがありませんよ。
They punched the toxin into him. That made me a bit relieved. Wow, it's actually pretty horrible if you think about it. We passed in front of a rather desolate, but still busier than Hinamizawa, train station. The car pulled into a restaurant parking lot, and I followed Oishi-san into the shop. It was pretty crowded, but there were only adults at this hour. Of course there wouldn't be any children in here in the middle of a weekday.
2名です。タバコは、我慢します。
Please.
こちらへどうぞ。ご注文がお決まりになりましたらお呼びください。
We were led by a peculiarly dressed waitress to our table. I sat with Oishi-san in the booth.
どうです？
Thought just occurred to me. I wonder why they decided to have it set in like 1982.
このお店のウェイトレスさんの格好、可愛らしいと思いません？
Like, just a very specific reason? Like, because the game came out in the 2000s, I'm pretty sure. So, why 1980s?
え?
Anyway.
まあ、どうでしょうね。
Where did you take him?
このお店ね、いっつも大人気なんですよ。お料理よりもウェイトレスさんがね。
I'm disappointed in you.
ああ、大石さん、目がやらしいですよ。
そうですか
You know what? Renet's better than you. Any day. Even when she's creepy. The set. Ooh. 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 Regardless of how the waitresses looked, the food was decent enough. Oh. I've been recording for quite a while. So before we order our food and get too hungry, I'll leave it there for today. I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments. Until next time, see ya.